Alright, hi guys. Tonight we're going to do a Paydirt review. It's 1 pound of Paydirt. This is how it comes packaged. There's a little piece of paper in there. I'll show you that once we open it up. This is from eBay seller Rawartwork. This is like I said, 1 pound bag. It's Arizona concentrates. I'm going to make this into a 2-part video today. One part is going to be sifting and preparing your product. So I just use a quick screen and dump that all in there. And the reason I want to do this, this might not be the best video to do this. I might redo a video like this again later on. But the reason I do this is it's easier to get all those little rocks and things out of your bag ahead of time and out of your pan before you actually start panning. Alright, so 1 pound bag. Again, this comes from eBay seller Raw Art. It's just kind of a history of panning gold. Steps for the light wash that he uses, those type of things. And then, I thought that was a rock. He also sends a gold vial with it. So we're going to come around here, and I'm going to keep just showing you how I process to get things ready ahead of time. We're just going to take out these rocks. It'd be real nice if there's a picker in there, but I'm going to actually show you how to pan out those here in a minute. You know, I'll do this when I get big 20-pound bags of stuff to sort out the rocks and the gemstones and things ahead of time. Again, doesn't look like a whole lot, but we're getting rid of all of those pieces so that the gold's not interfering with it. And we're going to pan through this. Maybe we get a flake or two out of this too. And then that leaves your concentrate down to some fine gravel, and then your black sands, mineralization, and things like that. So we're going to set this aside. This will be in the second video. I'll do that tonight yet. We'll pan that 1 pound out. We're going to start off with the rocks. I got this bag. It's a 1 pound bag. I got it for $13 with shipping and handling. It's an Arizona Paydirt. It's dry washed concentrate. Just gonna pull in my little panning station here, and then we'll get you right on it. Should have cleaned out the container a little, but just filled her up with some water. So we're going to start off, like always, put a little rinse aid in there to release the surface tension of the gold. And then always pan into a safety pan as well, whether you're a first-time panner or you've been doing it all your life. Until you really get used to gold, and even when you're used to it, it's always good to pan into a safety pan, because sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and rust something up. So you're going to pan out those rocks just like you'd pan out your Paydirt. You're going to sort those lighter ones to the top and just scoot those right off. I do usually like to just quick look through the rocks, see if there's anything sparkling, any gemstones, anything like that, any mineralization from there. I don't really see any of that, so. And I'll take a quicker look at this after I pause the video before I weigh everything. I'll again repan this just to give the seller a fair shake. And then you're going to do the same thing that you do in your pan and just back pan that. No pickers that size, which again in a 1 pound bag we really don't need. So that's how to sift through and sort. I was going to make this 2 videos, but that didn't take very long. I thought there'd be more rocks in it, so we'll actually just make this into 1 video and start right into the panning of the concentrate. So again, using a safety pan, You want to do about a tablespoon at a time when you're a new beginner. We're going to do a little bit more than that for the sake of the video. I'm going to agitate that up. Material's clearing off pretty nice. Thing about Arizona, you see me do some Georgia concentrates, some Virginia concentrates. They were real thick in clay and red and orange dirts, heavy deposits. Arizona, you're going to get a lot more, obviously, of those desert blondes and natural sands. Again, we're just going to strip that away. We can start to see that black sand right here starting to appear. And we'll keep bringing that forward, just flushing those away till we see the black sand. Move it down. Okay. You can always change. Go over to the smooth surface of the pan. We're just going to start flushing that top layer away again. This bag is a 1 pound bag, unsearched, like I said, from his dry wash. He does claim to salt the bags in addition, so as we get down into this stuff, we'll look a little closer and see what we can find there. So again, we're just going to wash those blonde sands away. Got off that top layer. As soon as you see the black sand, lift it out of the water, and you're just washing those blondes off. We'll just back pan this real quick, see if there's anything in it yet. Yeah, there's some flakes right there on top. So, again, for the sake of the video, we're just going to keep all that in there. Looks good. Thank you for the comment on one of my videos last week. Request for an eBay buyer for a review. I did start bidding on one of his Paydirts for AU_prospectors. And hopefully within a couple days that'll be here. If I win the auction, sorry. The other thing too, this guy, super fast shipping. I paid for this on Tuesday. It is Thursday. It came today. I actually didn't even know it was coming. He hadn't marked it as shipped or anything, so it was kind of a nice little surprise to get it in the mailbox when I got home today. Blonde sands. Once we get down here and once I repan this, I'll tell you if it's something for a beginner or not. There's a really good Paydirt on eBay. That's from a great seller. I've had some personal experience with him, and great customer service. And his Paydirt's pretty good for the price. And it's the nice thing about it is the gold that's in it's more coarse gold, a little bit bigger pieces, so you're not having to worry about those fines that a lot of these sellers claim that are in there. Unless you're good at panning or have a gold recovery system, a blue bowl, or water table, anything like that. For traditional panning, his stuff is pretty good. Again, he's SLA 1979, 2012. One of my other videos there, you can review his Paydirt as well. If you want to see, I actually have 2 of his Paydirts that I ordered within, I don't know, probably a week's time of each other. So again, hopefully you can see this. I might be panning back a little further. I'm starting to see that black sand come into it. So just gonna get that real agitated up. Start back panning that. I'm doing this pretty fast, not talking really too much about the panning technique. If you are new to panning and you're interested in how you're using a gold pan, what you're doing it for, I do have 2 videos where I really kind of talk the entire time about what you're doing as you're panning this material down, how those light layers are getting stripped off, how much water to keep in your pan as you're getting less and less dirt in it. So again, if you're new to panning, check out one of those other videos. The reason I started this channel is I had been panning for a while, and I really got sick of the fact that there weren't any really great one site that reviewed a number of Paydirts. It was all kind of one person trying something here and having luck, another person trying something there. And so I thought it would be nice to really compare down what you're getting for Paydirts, the amount of money that you're spending. I do have a nice bag coming from a source in Alaska here, hopefully in the next week or so. Really excited about that bag. I expect some good things for it from it, so we'll see when that comes. Alright, so we worked this down pretty well, the black sand. A little bit of lights and beiges in there. So we're just going to start stripping that back now. There's actually a piece of gold there in the front. I always tell people as you're panning, as soon as you see that gold, again, agitate it. Set it back. You don't want to wash it into the stuff that you're wasting off the side. So just get rid of it. Get rid of that excess and then reset it. Make sure it gets wet and agitated. And start back over. Again, we're just going to back pan that. Others too, let me know. Maybe my videos are on the longer side. I can fast forward through all of this. I just thought with giving people reviews, I kind of wanted as much of it documented as possible, so people aren't questioning. You know, the guy's a buddy of mine and I'm adding stuff in when I get down to this part. I really want you to be able to see the whole process and then let you decide. You can always fast forward to a few minutes before the end. I usually do a recap and give my review at the end if you're not interested in watching the panning techniques that we're doing here. There's a lot of heavy little rocks up here, and so the golds and this black sand is being a little stubborn tonight, actually. Again, just going to keep washing that away. Get it down. Saw some gold, so I'm going to wash this stuff into the pan. Let's reset it again. Come in here and we'll back pan this in front of the camera. So again, this bag is supposedly unsearched and raw material. That's salted. And maybe I wasn't, I guess I'm kind of assuming when I use the word salted, people know what we're talking about. Maybe you don't. If you don't, that's all right. What salting is especially on eBay, and there's bigger sites out there that do it too. All of the big name brand, big mining companies that sell their dirts online usually guarantee gold or an amount of gold plus what you'll find in their Paydirts. But what it is where they're actually adding gold to their mix, whether it be 2 flakes or 10 flakes. Really depends probably on what you're paying for it. One of the bags, that one that I'm a little more excited about that I have coming, is a gram plus added. So, you know, that we know right off the top. We're going to see a ton of color in that video. Hopefully we'll see some nuggets in the pre-screen and some fine coarse gold and then some flour gold too. This stuff is really acting a little weird tonight. What I mean by that is a lot of, as I'm stripping this away, there's a lot of fine gold down here. Usually it's going to work its way to the back, and so what I might do is just flush this out. Try to get some of the bigger rocks. There's still just a couple little pebbles in here. Get these out of the way. There's a good dusting of gold in there already too. I always tell people when you get down to this, it's nice to go with just about a ½ an inch around the pay dirt that you have for water. Just because that's a good amount. You're not going to force the water away. You're not going to, you know, wash your bigger or lighter pieces of gold away. You're just going to take off that top layer of stuff. For some reason my camera's not working tonight. Sorry guys. Don't even know how much of this actually taped. But this is what we're down to out of that a pound. Again, I paid $13 for that pound. Start to strip that away a little bit. You can see it there, hopefully. Basically starting here, all the way up to here, there's that nice little trail of color. So I'm going to get that pan down. I'll go through the other stuff the second time, and then I'll get it dried out and weighed for you. We'll get a weight and a review at the end. Hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, so that's the cleanup. The little vial there that he gave. Cleanup was 0.2 grams. So a little bit under what I paid for. But that's with shipping, handling, everything. All in all, I would give this seller a rating, we'll say 8 out of 10. Again, super fast shipping. Didn't even know it was going to be here. Would have liked to see a little bit more gold, especially since he says he salts the bags, but 0.2 grams, roughly $7 worth of gold. So, alright, thanks guys. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. I'll have a couple more videos posted in the next week or so. Got a couple expensive concentrates coming. Some samples from some of the larger companies that are out there, so you can see what their Paydirt looks like and what they're offering. Have a good night.